Hello, good evening. It's High Priestess Jamila. Hello. Hi. I hope everybody's doing well. Um, I swear, it's like for some reason every day in social media, I am seeing something disturbing. And I don't know if spirit is just throwing this at me or what is going on, but I wanted to come and talk to my people about some stuff. Um, so apparently there is a trend that is happening on TikTok where people take NyQuil and cook chicken in it, called sleepy chicken. It gets more and more disturbing every single day. It's very frustrating when you know that something is wrong and most of the world doesn't listen to you. It's very frustrating. It is. This reminds me of the video that I did where I told people do not boil Fabuloso. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember that video I did like 4 years ago. Supposedly boiling Fabuloso is supposed to make your house smell good. I'd say maybe just cleaning your house or either cleaning out your vents. Most of the time, people that have strange smells in their house, I can tell you that it comes from the vents because a lot of people need air duct cleanings in their house. I know that I'm working on a home project where I'm filtering all of my vents because this old house desperately needs the air ducts cleaned. Okay, and so anyway, um, so if you boil Fabuloso at the same time, you have a strange odor. That just I don't know, but I spoke about that because I think that you have to be careful when you are dealing with science and you need to use things for their intended purpose. Okay. Fabuloso is not meant to be boiled on a stove, it's meant to be mixed and diluted with water in a mop bucket or either in a bowl if you're cleaning something like maybe the walls or you're not supposed to do that. Well, for me, my first thought process about this is that, NyQuil has um it has acetaminophen in it, it has a decongestant in it, and it has one other ingredient. To me, I would think that for me, okay, this is just me, and I'm not a rocket scientist, okay? But I would think that if you were to take something and put it in a pot and heat it up, that it's going to change the chemical composition of it. That could potentially make it dangerous. I mean, you're already at risk for having liver failure by taking acetaminophen in large quantities. So that would scare the heck out of me. But anyway, there's apparently a trend going on TikTok where people are taking NyQuil and cooking chicken breasts in it. So there was this guy, evidently, that took some chicken and cooked it in 2 bottles of NyQuil, 2 full bottles of NyQuil. Now, NyQuil, you're meant to take what, 10 milliliters of it? Or is it milligrams? Not milliliters. I think it's milligrams. You're meant to take a little cup and take a small amount into your body at once every, what, 4 to 6 hours. This guy puts the chicken and cooks it in 2 bottles of NyQuil, eats the chicken in its entirety, and then drinks the remaining liquid. Okay. No, this guy ended up getting very sick, going to the hospital, and suffering liver failure from it. Okay. I haven't seen the original video. I will, because unfortunately, this is going to be another night of disturbing research that I'm doing. It's a part of the spiritual research that I'm doing on my own, which is why I make sure I call my kids every single day. Something is getting into people. Something, to me, it seems like if you're going to do something like that, you must already be under some kind of demonic possession. There would have to be some there would have to be some voice in your head that will say, don't do this. This is going to make you sick. This could kill you. People are really, really acting crazy. And this is the reason why I don't just walk away from people that I am worried about. I don't care if people call me stupid. I don't care if people call me dumb, because I would rather look dumb or stupid than to see somebody that I care about go down like that, because possession is real. It is very, very real. I'm very, very disturbed by this. Most people that may run into this video, because I'm not just talking about this because I want to go viral. I would rather not. So I'm not talking about these trending topics because I want views or likes. No. I'm talking about this to raise awareness that something is going on. And so I don't know if it's something that maybe is being done on a higher level to allow these spirits in here, because a lot of people will say, oh, well, that person was just stupid. Oh, that person was just dumb. But have y'all noticed the disturbing amount of crazy? Like when we looked at the internet 10 years ago, you just didn't see this. Like am I the only one seeing it? Am I the only one seeing people literally go nuts right before our eyes? Then I run into a story from 4 months ago about a guy that stabbed his girlfriend to death in his car. Like, a lot of people say, well, Jamila, the world is just violent. The world is just bad. It's just, no, something's going on. I'm telling y'all, something is going on in this world because, okay, I could see, okay, even though it's horrible for somebody to stab their girlfriend to death, right? That's terrible. But sleepy chicken challenge? Really? And then you would actually do that? That to me seems like demonic possession. It's very disturbing. It's very disturbing when you hear people talk about it and they don't talk about what it actually is. It's very disturbing. I'm gonna tell y'all something. 10 years from now, I gotta tell you the truth. Half of the people on this earth are gonna be dead in about 10 years. I gotta keep it a buck with you, because the problem is that people don't consider what is actually going on. Hold on a second. Why? People don't consider what's actually going on. Like it's almost like looking at the world and not recognizing it. Like, I just don't recognize it. And you know what? I have a TikTok account, guys, that I had made to make readings on. And I took the app off of my phone. Within a few days of me going on TikTok, I got some disturbing phone calls from some weird people. And I'm thinking about removing my profile from there. I mean, TikTok is, I mean, think of the word TikTok. Is that like a countdown to your demise? Something ain't right with this. I'm talking about the obvious, weird, and crazy things that people are doing in real life. Like, this is not a movie. This is weird stuff that people are actually doing. Who would think? Who would even think? Think about it. The average human being, okay, would not think to boil chicken in NyQuil. Who would think that? So I want to know where it originated from, because whoever that person is that created this trend, they got to be up to something. Okay. They got to be something. Something is not right. Protect yourselves, guys. Protect yourself. You know what? I did, you know what? When I first started running my business, my internet-based business, that was one of the first things that I did, was that I protected myself from something that I could sense that is like affecting people on the internet. And I protect my children too. Okay. So it's wow. Why would you even, how could your, okay, think about it. Think about it. That would be equivalent to me. Because I was looking at a video and I was looking at the comments, and somebody said, okay, if think about what NyQuil may smell like when it's cooking. It's probably going to give off some gases, some nauseous, gassy fumes. If you put that on the stove and boil it, it's going to give off some fumes. So you would think that a person who has a normally functioning spirit, you would think that that person would smell it and not eat it, but people are not listening to their senses when it comes to stuff that's dangerous for them. Somebody did eat it. Somebody did eat it, and they ended up jaundice. I think they ended up with liver failure, and I think it's a young guy, like 19 years old, and he may not make it. And I feel that for somebody to even do something like that. So for me, guys, I'm a spiritualist, okay? I do think that I think that everything that we deal with comes in spirit. I think that I think that we have spirits, either good spirits or bad spirits, okay? That's not to say that a person is not responsible for what they're doing, because I believe that people are responsible for their own spirits, okay? But I still believe that a lot of these people, especially when they're committing self harm to that capacity, something is wrong. Something's wrong here. Yeah. You said they don't want me. Oh, hello. We got Millie Loves to Christian. Hey, Christian. Hey, Millie. Hey, Moonchime. And Titania Conquest. Well, it's very disturbing. It is. You just didn't hear about these things, like, even this stuff just got worse the past several years. Like, maybe things like this have been going on. I mean, for you to do that, you might as well just say, okay, I'm going to cook something in bleach and ammonia and just eat it. That would be equivalent to that, because too much medicine would shut your body down. why somebody would do that, why somebody would upload a video, and why does TikTok let stuff like that stay posted on TikTok? That to me, it just something ain't right, y'all. Something is not right. Something ain't right here. The only thing I learned from a South Park episode when Eric Cartman made himself a toaster pastry Pop Tart chocolate mix butterball. Oh, okay. Let me see. Millie loves too says and likes. Okay, I hope no one actually does it because it's weird and super dangerous. I have a lot of medical problems going on, dural, chronic, and manageable, but it was because of doing and eating unhealthy and doing but things surrounding myself with bad people that end up affecting my health. And I have a niece and nephew who are on TikTok, and this is absolutely terrifying. Yeah, that is. That is like, evidently, there's more trends where they're using medicine. Evidently, there's more trends than this that seem to be coming out. Okay, how's things over there in Texas? Hello, how are you? Yeah, I am deeply, deeply disturbed by what is happening. And I do believe that what I can see is getting into people. Um, I see it as demonic. I don't think that people are just stupid. I believe that people are under possession. I believe that if a bad spirit wanted to possess you, I believe that it may take a few years. I think that the early on signs of that are obvious, but then after a few more years, you can tell that something is obviously wrong with a person, when they decide to do something like that. So evidently, apparently, the young guy that did it, his parents was saying that he already has like this weird behavior. Um, I think I'm gonna try to link the video. Something is crazy here, and I'm just saying protect yourselves, okay? It's kind of difficult to make people understand. Like I in my humble and professional opinion, I believe that a lot of the crazy stuff that we're seeing, just like this, um, an intelligent attorney all of a sudden running people down, things like that, in my humble opinion, is demonic possession. And I believe that people need to protect themselves. Right. You know what? They were doing a ice bucket challenge. Do you remember that? They were doing an ice bucket challenge, and I wouldn't have never done that. Like that ain't even that big of a deal, but I wouldn't have never done that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna, and I think they were supposedly doing it for a good cause. I think it was to support people that have some sort of disease, and people follow. I think that it was supposed to make you understand or empathize with people that had, I can't think of the name of the disease, and that's why people were doing it. But then they have the Packy one chip challenge, which I would never do that. Then they had the cinnamon challenge, to where you put a whole bunch of cinnamon in your mouth. So this has been going on for a while, but it seems like it's progressed. Right. They're not. Well, the parents can protect them though. When you're a young kid, your parents are supposed to protect you. Your parents are supposed to look out for you. They're supposed to check on you. If you're not answering that phone, or if you're not in communication, your parent is supposed to check on you. But let's say that you have a parent that doesn't, that is checked out to lunch themselves. Kids have to look out for themselves too. Like, you have to know, do not do things that you see just because it says that it's a challenge or a contest. And I think people are obsessed with just wanting to win, but at what cost are you winning? Something's taken over people, guys. And the people that I care about, the people that I look after, I pray for them every single day. I keep protection around those people, especially when I can see that something is not right. I'm sorry, I'm completely out of my ego when it comes to that. I'm sorry, because I see people every single day, like, doing things that are dangerous for them, and they just have no clue. It's like they're under possession. It's so weird. It is. It's very weird. You think that water bucket challenge what it I think that it started with that, though. I think that it did, and then it's progressed into sleepy chicken. Wow. I can't wait to see what August the Duck has to say about this. You might as well just tell people to kill themselves. That's pretty much what's going to happen, is that you can die, okay, from doing something like that. And apparently this guy cooked the chicken, ate the chicken, drank all of the juice from the NyQuil like soup. Um, you ever stop to think that you can overdose? I mean, young kids, 5 and 6 years old, that's just something is happening to people. Protect yourselves, okay? Because something ain't right here. I don't care what nobody says, and I think that it's tied and it's connected with the internet, which is connected. I feel like the internet is directly connected to the astral and the etheric. Okay, I really, really do, and I really believe that people need to be careful. I don't think that we need to necessarily throw out technology. I mean, this is society goes from one extreme to another. Because I actually watched a really good movie last night with Christina Milian in it called Pulse. It came out in 2006. And like I couldn't I'm surprised I didn't see that movie. It was a really good movie about basically, demonic entities making contact with us through the internet, basically through internet servers and stuff. And so at the end of the movie, it had the potential to be a really, really good movie. But at the end of the movie, like, it shows her throwing her cell phone out, out the window, because once they got to a spot, a dead zone where there was no service, then the entities were not able to get in. Okay, and so it was a really good movie. Y'all should check that out. However, like, there's ways of protecting yourself. I mean, it's very bizarre and strange. Something definitely was going on Maybon, though, on the 23rd, because I never forget that day. On the 23rd, the internet cut out. St. Expedite did bring the internet back by that evening, because it was supposed to have been 24 hours, but it was turned back on by 7 p.m. However, I noticed things happening and people began to act weird and strange. And I think you have to be mindful that, yeah, I do believe that negative stuff can get through on the internet. I do believe that. And I don't think that you necessarily have to throw out the internet, but I think that you have to use it cautiously, use it with caution. Okay, seriously. It's almost like, because I don't know why I was thinking about that movie with Mark Wahlberg in it called The Happening. This is kind of what it reminds me of. And it's very weird and strange. It really is. Now, I'm wondering if this is going to pass one day. Like, wow. I heard about that. That's so sad. Yeah. A knockout challenge. Yeah. Yep, I heard about that. It just the dumbest stuff like it's like people are somehow being dumbed down within a very short amount of time. And so as scary as this may sound, I have witnessed and I have seen people that deny the spirit realm, and I see those people becoming possessed all the time. All the time. Like they're just an open vessel for things to come in and snatch themselves. It's like they're not even themselves anymore and something else goes in. I see that all the time. Like it's literally happening right now to several people that I know. Yeah. That's why I was talking to you guys about protecting your astral gateways and stuff. That's going to be pivotal, very important because something is just not right. I have seen people go from being very sharp, very intelligent to just it's just like that person is not there anymore. I'm telling you, just you got to watch yourself. For some reason, I've been sometimes temporarily affected by certain things, but it's only temporary because I know how to catch myself. Like I ain't never went nuts or crazy or nothing like that, but like with the drama and stuff, like I'll go into it and then like a few hours later I'll be like, "Wait a minute, this ain't right. What's going on?" And then I'll do my exorcism incantation and because something ain't right with none of this, okay? Something is not right. And whatever it is, all I gotta say is that you have to protect yourself from it. Protect your loved ones, because whatever it is, maybe it's something passing through etherically, and maybe that's why it's been so long term because maybe it's something passing through like our galaxy or something. Because I am tired of people being in denial about it and people trying to normalize it. This is not normal. If you guys look around at the world and how crazy it is, you think that this is normal? This is not the way it's supposed to be. And some days I'll wake up to the world and I'll just have this dreaded feeling. And not every day, but some days I do. And I know it's not me. I can feel it coming from the world. And I guess you could consider it like an alien invasion because it's just, something ain't right with that. Why somebody wouldn't think to themselves, I shouldn't. And what's up with the obsession with bright colored foods? All of a sudden, people want to eat bright colored foods. I baked some chicken last night, y'all. It was Bombay. I had some chicken thighs. Guess what? Guess what seasoning I used on it? Pink salt, pepper, chili powder, garlic. It was brown. It was delicious. Why would you want to eat blue chicken? Why would you want to eat medicine like that? Like that medicine was created in a lab, which, I mean, if you're somebody that has the flu or a cold, there's obviously natural methods. I don't just use natural stuff. Like I do have Tylenol in the house. I do have ibuprofen in the house. I do have Robitussin. So if I'm congested, like if I'm congested to the point that, I will take a single dose of it. And, so I'm not discounting some medicines, but, to cook it and eat it in your food, it's just bizarre to me. That's just like poisoning yourself. Like I just, like one day you just wake up and you just decide, oh, I think it would be fun to poison myself, by drinking 2 bottles of NyQuil. It's just, it's just very disturbing to me. But it's disturbing because I know where it's coming from. Okay. I know exactly where it is coming from. And so maybe our government or maybe the governments need to unite and send out an exorcism frequency just all around the world to like, because I'm telling y'all, it's spirits, it's demons and spirits. I'm telling y'all, a lot of people I know. Like, listen, I'm a normal person, okay, and I'm very, very experienced at this since I was a kid. Since I was a little kid, I've been observing the world and taking it all in. And when I went into this line of business, when I decided to follow my spiritual path, it's something that I take very seriously. And I'm concerned. I genuinely am concerned for the world because I have to live in this world. My children have to live in this world. So obviously, I'm not going to sit here, I mean, you hear about horrible things happening to people. You think, well, thank God my kids are safe. And they are, and they will be. But it's just watching it is heartbreaking, just watching people be destroyed in front of you is something that I can't do. you know, I feel like sometimes people are too far gone to be helped. Sometimes, like it's like, because once I like, I guess my third eye opened is a good way of describing it. Like I can see, everything, not with my eyesight, but it's with that sixth sense to where I can see what is on that person and what's happening with that person. And a lot of people that are very resistant to it, it's probably because of miseducation. Um, I intend to help and save as many people as possible, including myself and my family. There's this movie that I'm currently about 30 to 45 minutes in called The Atticus Institute. And it's very interesting. It came out, I believe, in 2007. So there's this lady that was displaying signs of having spiritual gifts. They take her into this institute and they immediately start running tests on her. After a while, she starts exhibiting symptoms of being possessed, right? And it's not a true story. However, demonic possession has been recognized as being very real, not only by the church, but also by our government has they have acknowledged demonic possession as being very real. In this movie, these doctors and even the military ended up taking over the project because they felt that it was like a national safety thing, because this lady had telekinesis, she had pyromancy, pyrokinesis or something they called it. And so when you look at it, that's exactly what we do. I think that by them just running these tests on her over and over again. So I think that the lady would have possibly been okay if they hadn't taken her into that institute. And it what you know, when you watch the movie, if you are a spiritualist, and you will see the test that they were subjecting her to, they kept messing with her just so that they could bring out this demonic entity that to me was present within them. Because I'm on the part in the movie, if you watched it or if you have watched it, they were doing this thing to where it was like this repeating thing that they kept repeating over and over again to her. They had her in like this room tied to a chair with this red light on her, and and they would do things to her, and then she would just start responding. And so everybody in that, they want to say that, if and we're this stuff is very classified, not talked about. But in that situation, I would say that every last person that worked at that institute, including the military, was under possession. Because if you keep poking the bear, you're going to get a response. So why would they keep poking the bear? Okay, you have established that this woman has spiritual gifts. Why would you continue to test her over and over and over again and say that it's evil? You're evil. You keep doing. If y'all watch the movie, like, already, like, blows my mind. We need help. We need help on this earth right now, because the people that are supposed to be figuring it out are like watch that movie. You'll see what I'm talking about. Why did they keep Hey Divine Oracle, why did they keep testing this woman? You know, they saw her move, like they had tested thousands of people and realized, and this is supposedly the movie is not based on a true story. Okay, supposedly it's completely fiction, right? They kept messing with this lady. In fact, I believe that they were the ones that are responsible for this so-called possession. A person's spiritual gifts is not demonic possession, is what I was going to say. That's not demonic possession. Hello, how are you? Hey. Sometimes people just have those abilities. Most people have them under control. When I discover somebody that has spiritual gifts, I try to talk to them and tell them, listen, you got to get this under control. Because I know a lot of people with spiritual gifts that I'm not going to talk about. And then there is the existence of spirit attachments that can travel through people, that can travel to people. I think it's important that if something came in through you, it's important for you to take responsibility for it, and clear yourself so that people are not being tortured. you know to that extent, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if somebody were to call you out of your name one time and call you a poopy face, or maybe if you had an argument with that person, they don't deserve to die. If you have a disagreement with somebody, they don't deserve to die. They don't deserve for something bad to happen to them, right? People have spirits all the time that can be very dangerous. And so we need to look at it for what it is. I really, really, really want our government and the military to consider that and to at least try it and stop making everything about kill, 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 because you technically can't kill energy. You can't kill a spirit, right? You can get rid of it. You can move it to another place, but you can't kill it. So I think we would have less violence, less, hey, I think we'd have less violence, less things happening, less trauma on this earth if we would just go ahead and call a spade a spade, you know? In the meantime, just be careful, seriously, out here. Because, when you see stuff like that, you didn't see things like this 20 years ago. I mean, you go on the internet, you may see a few naked photos or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That was back when we had MySpace. Something else is going on. Okay. And I think that it goes beyond our military, but I do believe that there may be certain secret covens and stuff that are unleashing a lot of negative things on the earth because they know how to bring it through. They know how to bring it through for whatever reason, you know. Sometimes I think that they're trying to totally destroy the earth, as many people want it though. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and see, that's the whole thing about a divine oracle. The same portals, they that's actually what I teach in my astral travel class, is about portals and the veil and everything, and how to protect that, because there is a way to do that. There is a way to do that. It's, but yeah, they do play with portals. They do. And they bring stuff in, and there's some people like myself that just kicks it right back on out. It's, especially if I discover it on somebody. The worst that I saw was a few years ago when I was having a conversation, and it was an extremely negative, violent spirit. And I was very relieved that I was able to banish that spirit. And so, yeah, people can do that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Astral travel and traveling through realms, it is a witchy thing, but it's people that can do that know about it, that don't call themselves witches. They're not necessarily witches. I mean, witches know about it. Some of us do. Some witches know about it, but some people, you know, they don't. But I do believe that there's certain things that can be let in, and that's what's happening. And people are not really thinking about what they're doing before they do it, or maybe they have thought it out. Maybe it's a well thought out plan. I don't think so though, because what spirit always tells me, which is Hecate. I have some exciting announcements to make about Hecate too, but she always says to me, everybody is responsible for the spirits that they conjure up. Everybody is. Like, if you decide to pull that energy forward, it's going to always be your mess to clean up at the end of the day. And she always tells me that. So yeah, yeah, it's really a trip. The energy on TikTok is kind of like, no, I'm not really into TikTok, just kind of scrolling through videos or videos randomly playing. I don't feel that TikTok allows you enough control over what video you watch. So that's why I took it off my phone. Um, I got sent a video this morning though with Keanu Reeves that was actually kind of funny. He was doing like a video with Beyonce's song in it. It was kind of funny, but like I don't want to run across that, just that. I guess it's just about facing the music. I guess I don't. It just I'm not. How do you find a video like that and watch it and then do it like I'm gonna try it? Like that looks like fun. People have a crazy idea of what fun is. There used to be a time when, especially this time of the year, people felt like camping out by a fire and roasting marshmallows and relaxing, maybe having some, spiced apple cider with rum in it, just a little bit, not drinking yourself until your liver is gone. People felt like that was fun. Now people's idea of fun is scary. Those people are under possession by some bad spirits. I am constantly, even when I'm scrolling through YouTube, when I go to my home page, like I keep a shield there. And so yeah, I do remember. I remember logging in and everything. It would go, it would make that sound. Yeah, I remember that, Christian. I do. I remember that. Yep. So I've been summoning guardian angels, and I'm gonna show like a summoning of a guardian angel working that you can do. Um, Probably have to be tomorrow because I just got some things done, but I think it's important. Anybody that'll listen to me, you're gonna find yourself being happy that you listened to me because this world has went crazy. I miss those days too, Christian. I remember when things were, because a lot of people say, well, what's normal? Well, not this. Like, this is something out of a horror sci-fi movie, what we are witnessing right now. It's a horror sci-fi movie. And it's kind of crazy. It really is. It's very crazy. Okay. So y'all be careful out there. Um, some of the signs of demonic possession, like if the spirit is trying to get in you, it depends. I think the main aspect of it is to make sure that your third eye is open. Because if your senses tell you something ain't right, you know, because I've sensed it. I have sensed it. I've sensed things trying to get in, and I've gotten so good at it. I've gotten very good at it too, y'all, to where something try to come into me and it's gone. But a lot of people are not, they're not aware. They think that people like me are crazy, while they do crazy things that make no sense, you know. So I just continue my work, and I don't, you know, because I think that when you are aware of stuff like that, you know, you can't really get into in your feelings or whatever. And you know, I think that another thing is that, you know, you can't freak out about it. You know, I think a lot of people are a little freaked out about it. They don't want to admit, but you know, denial has killed more people than cancer. Okay. And that's what's wrong, is that people are in denial. People are not gonna actually believe in what people like me are talking about until they actually see a spirit or a ghost standing in front of them. You know, and even then, some of those people are going to assume that they are going crazy instead of accepting what is. That's where I was leading to with this conversation, y'all. I'm sorry, I hate to keep taking y'all. We're not going down a rabbit hole. It's called education. It really is, and I think people need to be aware of it. Um, People need to be aware of it, and you know, don't be scared of it. Okay. And if there was a time when people weren't afraid of it, you know, this didn't just start several years ago. This is something that has been around for millions of years, and people genuinely were more open to it. I think that the more closed minded that you are and the more afraid that you are of it, the more vulnerable, the more in danger you actually are to it. Because I've seen people that are in blatant denial about it, or maybe they're not in denial. Maybe they do know that it's true, but they just want to make me think I'm crazy, you know. But I stay lucid no matter what they do, because you know, when I see a lot of things that happen because of negative energy, and a lot of the times, especially when it's something that's unreal, I'll just be like, this ain't real. You know, it's not. I mean, it's real, but some of the things that can happen out of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to take those things to heart. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to think of how I can, you know, what example. You know, when somebody's lying on you, I was gonna do some readings about the angel of destiny. And I'm still gonna do that. It's just that it took a little while longer for me to do my hair. But I'm gonna do some readings on the angel of destiny. And you know, whenever something is being said that, and people are lying a lot too. A lot. They just lie to win an argument. Again, there's that challenge thing, that competition thing that I thought that we were supposed to be getting over, I guess, because I mean, what good does it do if our world has been destroyed? You know, then nobody's competing with anybody. The race is over. Yeah, Blockbuster shut down though, Christian. I think that Netflix pretty much canceled out Blockbuster. And I think it's still people that, you know what? It's if it is any Blockbuster stores around or movie rental stores around, you know, I actually used to like going to Blockbuster, and you know, you pick out a couple of movies and then you get you some candy and some popcorn. You know what I'm saying? And then things have definitely changed since then though. You know, anyway. I That's what I wanted to say. Please don't ever eat NyQuil in chicken. Okay? Don't ever do that. You know, read the directions on the label. Do not overdose yourself on NyQuil. It can shut down your liver. It can literally kill you. Okay? So if you see any kind of challenge, just don't do the challenge, because I think that some people, they think, "Oh, I did this challenge and I lived through it." Like the Packy one chip challenge. I saw a guy that literally ate about 30 of them things. I like hot food. I like spicy foods, but nah. I'm not I wouldn't even try it. You know what I'm saying? I got some Trinidad scorpions I was using for some work that I was doing. I would never put that thing in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? So, mhm. Yeah, them was the good old days. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I'm getting ready to paint my nails. So I gotta go. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. Blessings to you guys, and just, man, take care of yourself. And if you get an overwhelming feeling to try something that looks stupid, then don't. Okay, first of all, don't do it. But if you're being compelled to do it, like if you just want to do it so bad, but you know that it could literally put you in the hospital or kill you, then just leave that where it's at. And if you do something like that, or if your kids do something like that, please pray over them, at the very least. Okay, cleanse them. I have a very popular egg cleansing video on the channel. Okay, do something. Just realize that something is, not right in this world. Some things are evidently happening. Okay, it's because everybody kept talking about this awakening, and yeah, it is an awakening. But what are the negative effects of that? You can't stop the awakening. The awakening is to be aware of what's happening. And I feel like that's why it's exaggerated, because a lot of people say, well, why would God let this happen? Why would God let these things happen? Because maybe God wants us to learn. Maybe God wants us to learn how to take care of ourselves spiritually. Maybe that's why. All right, guys, I will catch y'all later. Have a wonderful evening. Blessings.